How many of you think that the sales tax? How many of you think that the sales tax should be lowered to back to 5%? By show of hand. What about income tax? Should it be lowered to 5%? All right. What about term limits? No. You agree?
No.
Very good. All right, then I'm done. Thank you. My campaign. My name is Sam Mead. I'm a resident of Haverhill, a father of two. I am working as a consultant for one of the financial services industry in Boston. My specialty is in the implementation of the Dodd-Frank Act. And on a daily basis, I've seen how government restriction, government regulation impact business. In the tiny portion of the Dodd-Frank Act,
You have to back up.
all right.
Okay. Hold the same amount of distance.
Thank you. Just to let you know how the impact, just one portion of the 2,380 pages Dodd-Frank Act, the company that I'm working with, it costs that company over $1 million just to implement that thing. And what it does is to send email out to people that nobody ever reads, but it's required under the law. Now that's ridiculous. Yeah. When I campaigned, one of the things that people keep asking me was that, what is the concern of the people? What are the issues? To me, I've been thinking about it longer and harder. That, of course we have corruption, we have cronyism, we have, nepotism, we have a career politician, we have lobbyists. But I think the most important, the most critical problems that people are asking is the voter apathy. Why? Because career politician has made government distasteful to many people. And this is one of the reasons why I am supporting term limits. In order to end the corruption, cronyism, nepotism, we need to implement term limits. We have an executive offices pretty much all across the country that has term limit. The President of the United States can only serve up to 8 years. I think if it's good enough for the President, it would be good enough for me. People keep complaining, we have so many problems, there's so many issues, What are you going to do? If you're going to cut this, you're going to cut, your proposal is to lower sales tax and income tax back to 5%. And my answer back to them is that we don't have a revenue problem. We have a spending problems. Prior to the sales tax increase 6.5%, we were able to live at what, 5%? Why can't we live back at 5%? As of today, the state of Massachusetts has over $102 billion in debts. That's an equivalent to about 16,000 to every man, woman who are living in the state of Massachusetts already. Now, that's on top of sales tax, income tax, property tax, and tax on everything that is conceivable. We don't have a Navy, we don't have an Army. Heck, we don't even have a space program. But why are we owing $102 billion in debt? And that's because career politicians who have been in office for so long, who have been paying themselves, who has friends who are lobbying on their behalf, so that they can get paid more, so that they can pay their pension even more. They go to work every day like you and I, but yet they get paid to go to work. Why is it a full-time job? Why can't we make it a part-time job? The economy. The Merrimack Valley used to be the cradle of the American Industrial Revolutions. 60 years ago, you see how all these factories that were hummings, 24/7s, reusing things that people want and that people need. But right now, it's silent. All those empty factories, empty buildings are being converted to warehouse the very same people that used to work in those factories. Why? Because it has been 60 years of democratic rules that has been imposing regulations after regulation after regulations. We need to implement a moratorium so that business can grow, rejuvenate, make money, create jobs for those people who need jobs. We need to bring manufacturing back to our country, to the Merrimack Valley. We need to make our state competitive.
1 minute.
Thank you. Now, I have a website that you can go there. It's teammias.com. You can go there and find out where I stand on the issues. My Republican opponent, on the other hand, he doesn't have a website. Modern day of campaigning, why can't you have a website? That's a question. Please vote for me because you know who I am. I stand, proudly. Even in my brochure, I'm the only Republican in this Senate race that said I'm a Republican. I show people that I am a Republican. I'm proud to be a conservative. But I cannot win this race without your support. So please, help me, make phone calls, do door knocking with me, pick up a brochure, pick up a lawn sign, support my candidacy together so that we can work to end the corruption, cronyism, and nepotism on Beacon Hill. Thank you so much.